Field, Jan Murray, Nanette Fabray, Walter Matthau, Van Johnson, Charley Weaver, Gabor, Wally Cox, and Buddy Hackett, all in the Hollywood Squares. And here is the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall.
Well, thank you, Kenny Williams. Thank you very much, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the nighttime edition of Hollywood Squares. Hello, stars. How are you this evening?
Hello, Peter.
So many old friends back with us. My buddy Walter Matthau, the star of Hello, Dolly, Odd Couple, and Ensign Palmer. Remember that picture, Walter?
Yes, it was a terrific picture.
You
were in it, weren't you, Peter?
Yes, I was in that with you, Walter.
You were marvelous.
Well, thank you, sir.
Especially when you were not in the scenes and you were on the side playing poker. I really enjoyed your company.
Thank you very much, Walter, my poker buddy.
I could use some more cash, by the way.
Hey, maybe after the show. Who knows?
Yes.
Anyway, we have Buddy Hackett, Jaja. You see all of our friends back with us this week. Our players, first of all, Betty Hager is a housewife who knew how to catch a man. When her fiancé was in the Army and transferred to Germany, she followed them there and was married 1 month later. Welcome to Hollywood Squares,
Thank
Betty.
you, Peter.
We can reach you on the show, Betty Hager.
It's going to be fun.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Our Mr. X is Ray Lynch, a bachelor from New Brunswick, New Jersey, and welcome to Hollywood Squares. Yes, sir. Welcome, bachelor.
Thank you.
You are a former Army corporal, and you're now a college graduating student.
Yes, I am.
And I hope you win some cash and prizes on our show tonight.
I could use it.
All right. We'll play the first round of Hollywood Squares right after this. Betty and Ray is to get 3 of our stars in a row, either across, up and down, or diagonally. Now, it's up to them to figure out if a star is giving a correct answer or making one up. That's how they get the squares. Every game is worth $300. In addition, in our first first 2 games we play, there is a secret square. If one of our contestants picks the secret square and is correct, this is the prize they will get in round 1. Kenny, tell us about it.
You'll visit Hong Kong and Tokyo in this trip to the Orient via TWA, the all-jet airline. Enjoy fabulous in-flight service, your choice of delicious entrees cooked in flight, widescreen color movies, 8 channels of stereo music. You're up, up, and away, TWA.
We'll show the home audience the secret square, and we'll start the first round. All right, Miss Circle won the toss backstage. So, Betty Hager, pick a star.
Okay, Peter. I think I'm going to try Jan Murray first.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
According to Red Book magazine, between what years is it considered the best time for a woman to become pregnant?
For a while?
The best years for a woman to become pregnant, I would say, would be between 1947 and 1955.
Oh.
Those were vintage years for pregnancy, I remember, because that's when my wife was pregnant 3 times. But I would say the best years for a woman to be pregnant would be between 18 and 35.
I'll agree with you, Jan.
I just took a guess. I don't read Red Book, but...
Between 20 and 30. X gets the square. You know when you're wrong, your opponent gets the square unless it gives him 3 in a row. That when he has to earn himself, but there's an X up there, right? Where's the secret square?
I'll take Jaja.
She could be.
I don't blame you.
Jaja, you look so lovely this evening.
I'm here.
Lorne Green, the big daddy of the Ponderosa, just became a real-life father of a bouncing baby. A bouncing baby what? A boy or a girl?
Oh, he's so attractive. Who cares what kind of a child he has? Anyhow, no. It is a girl.
I'll agree.
A beautiful daughter, yes.
Oh.
X gets that particular square. Betty, pick a star. Get there.
Sally Field.
Sally? Now, this is for a trip for 2 to Tokyo and Hong Kong via TWA. Remember, only you can win. If you're wrong, the prize will go over to our next
You can buy a
Secret
suit
Square
there where
game.
the sleeves fall off.
Sally, a special envelope. Here's the question. Number 1 on the bestseller list is The Confessions of Nat Turner, based on a slave revolt of the 19th century. Name the famous author of this work. Is it William Goldman, William Golding, or William Styron?
I would say it was the last one.
William Styron?
Yes.
How do you feel about that, Betty?
Oh, Sally. I agree.
Yeah.
Our flying nun is right.
I won it!
You won it. You have won
Kiss
Hong
Peter.
Kong. A
Kiss
trip
Peter.
for two.
Quick.
What?
Kiss Pete.
No,
Hurry
no,
up.
you sit up there, mind your business, buddy.
All right.
A trip for two to Hong Kong and Tokyo via TWA, and we'll play for another Secret Square in our next game.
you.
On with this particular game. Okay, right?
Oh, boy. Don't drink the
I'll
water
take
there.
Nanette Fabray.
All right. Say, Nanette, who signed the Magna Carta? I mean, what king?
Is it Thomas or Richard? No, Tom and Dick are the Smothers brothers, so it wasn't them. It was King John.
I disagree.
King John. Circle gets the square. Betty.
I'm sorry. I got this one.
Don't be sorry, Betty. You're playing to win.
I think I'll try Van Johnson, please.
She's sorry. Wow. In the film Beckett, who played Beckett?
Richard Burton.
I'm going to agree with you.
That was a fellow by the name of Richard Burton. Same circle gets that particular square. All right, now. It's the first game of the match. This young lady won the secret square. It's a strategy time here, Ray.
Buddy Hackett.
It's a block.
Could I win anything?
Our respect, sir.
Oh.
Okay. John Adams.
I know him. He's that dumb detective with the shoe.
No. That is Don Adams. This is
Don
John
Adams, right.
Right.
Don Adams, the third president of the United States.
No. John Adams?
John Adams,
Right. He was our second president, buddy.
second president. Look how he moved him down a shot.
He was succeeded in that office by his vice president. Who was Adams' vice president?
Washington Adams, Jefferson Adams. Jefferson. Irving Jefferson, he's a tailor. Thomas Jefferson.
He said Thomas Jefferson.
I'll agree.
I don't know.
Washington Adams, Jefferson Adams. Thomas
Look at that,
Jefferson. Put the
terrific.
X right there. Okay. Betty Hagen.
I also know the 16th
Charley
and the
Weaver, please.
33rd.
I have to pick Charlie.
All right. One of the top vocal groups in the country is composed of Diane, Peggy, Kathy, and Janet. What's the group called?
What's the names again?
Diane, Peggy, Kathy, and Janet.
Well, that'd be the Ames brothers. No, that's the King sisters.
I think it's the Lennon sisters, so I'm going to disagree.
You know what, Charlie? It's the Lennon sisters. She has a circle right there. That's right. Okay, Ray's looking for $300.
Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau to block from left to right. All right. Walter, if you were up in the Klondike like Dan McGrew and a lady known as Lou pinched your poke, what would have happened to you?
I would have slapped her right in the face.
I don't blame you, Walter.
If she pinched my poke?
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
Well, depends on the girl. I wouldn't like that.
You wouldn't. What would have happened to you, Walter?
Well, I would have immediately
Yes.
gone into a state of impecuniosity. In other words, I'd be broke if she pinched my poke.
Okay, Ray.
I agree.
Your poke is your sack of gold. Your pocket would have been picked. X gets the square. Very good. Betty Hager. Control yourself, Nanette.
How about Wally Cox?
How about Wally Cox? This is the block diagonally. All righty.
Oh, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Wally, when porcupine babies are born, do they already have their quills on?
I hope not.
How many hope not? Yes, we all hope not, but we don't always get what we hope. See, the way they arrange that is they're pointing the other way. They have them.
They do have
They
them?
have quills.
Well, let's find out. Do they?
Little baby quills.
I think they do too.
I know
I'll
they
agree.
do because it says so right here. Second gets the square. And $300. Yes.
Great, thank you, Wally.
That's the board's filled. You have the 5 circles to the 4 X's, and that means you have $300 to spend on that trip. Now just clear the board. Say, by the way, the player who wins the most cash during the show gets a special bonus prize. You'll see that later. Now let us begin round 2, and this is the next secret square prize. Kenny?
New from American Motors, the 1968 Javelin SST Sports Hardtop. This new Javelin Sports Hardtop comes complete with radio, bucket seats, automatic transmission, white walls. Javelin by American Motors.
All right, now let's show the home audience our secret square. Say, Ray, you are the Mr. X. You'll start this round. So take a look, and we'll get to your question in just a moment, in your choice. But first, we have a message. We'll be back with more of Hollywood Squares right after this. Ray?
Charley Weaver.
Boy, is that something. Charley, as you well know, if you watch our daytime version, he's a regular here, and very rarely has he been a secret square. He is this evening. It's for 1968 Javelin SST Sports Hardtop. Remember, only you can win. We have a special envelope for this. Listen carefully. Good luck, Ray. Who was James Cagney's leading lady in the classic gangster movie Public Enemy? No help now. Was it Mae Clarke, Joan Crawford, or Jean Harlow?
I remember that. I can see it right now. With the grapefruit. The first one,
Mae Clarke?
Mae Clarke.
I disagree.
Oh.
Jean Harlow.
Ah.
You have a sports car.
Wait a minute. Pete. Pete.
I thought it was Mae Clarke.
He hit Mae Clarke with the grapefruit,
right.
didn't he?
Jean Harlow is the leading lady of the motion picture. That was the question. That's why we have to listen carefully here.
I just knew he hit Mae Clarke with a grapefruit.
Congratulations, Ray. You have that 1968 Javelin Sports Hardtop. Hey, that's fun. You both have a secret square. That's great. All right, on. Hey, by the way, Bill, if you would put her next where Janet, rather where Charley's sitting. Oh, you have it. They're good. Okay, on with you, Betty.
Nanette, Fabray, please.
All righty.
Oh, that was great.
Say, Nanette, true or false? The worst way to park in a driveway is to back in.
I didn't hear that. What?
Excuse me, dear. True or false? The worst way to park in a driveway is to back in.
The worst way to park in a driveway is sideways. You want to know if it's worser to park backwards?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I would say it is because it means you have to back in, and what if somebody's coming back the other way? But then again, it's a good way to come out of your driveway to go face front to see what's... This question is you want to know if it's bad to park... What was the question?
If I was you, Nanette, I'd sell the car.
Say the worst way to park in a driveway is to back in. True or false?
I'll say that you shouldn't back in.
Well, I need a true or false.
True.
I'll agree with you.
It is false. Back into a driveway wherever possible. This enables you to drive out front first, the safest way, which you said
that's
earlier.
what I said the first time.
You should have stuck with it. X gets the square. Okay. I'm sorry, Jane.
I just want to say, except with my wife, because she always goes in front way, then when she leaves, she forgets to put it in reverse. You ever see a car in a living room all the time?
How did you get it in the living room, Jan?
Well, I'll tell you, buddy. Why don't we get our own show? What do we need this?
Betty Haggard.
I just picked.
Oh, that's right. I did it wrong. Excuse me, Ray Lynch. I'm listening to all the jokes here, Ray, and I'm confused.
Walter Matthau.
Which is not unusual. Walter, the Ballad of Casey Jones is one of our most famous folk songs. What was the name of Casey's train, both in fact and in the song?
Casey Jones's train.
Mm-hmm. Not the one at home, the one he was...
The Galloping Ghost.
I disagree.
The Cannonball Express. That was, I believe, Red Grange, the other fellow.
That's right.
All right, he disagreed. The Galloping Ghost. Good bluff, Walter. Betty Haggard.
As she passed the station, you could hear the people say, she mighty tall and handsome and known quite well by all.
I think I'll go with...
she's a combination on the Wabash Cannonball.
Hey, buddy, you took that off right nice. Okay, Betty.
Jan Murray, please.
Jan Murray,
I think
2
I'll
blocks
try
right here. See, Harry Truman used to call the open back of his presidential yacht the porch. What would be the correct naval term, though, Jan?
The back porch. Naval term. Naval term for the back of his yacht. Mm-hmm. Is that what you want?
Yes, the open back of his presidential yacht. It was the open back, just sleeveless with a little...
I know a lot about boats. I know hull and stern. Stern's a nice Jewish name. I think I'll say Stern.
How do you feel about that?
I'm going to agree with Janet.
The back is the fantail, the open back. It is not Stern. He's a sports announcer. She agreed. X does not get the square.
I thought that was a Chinese game, fantail.
You, sir, have a chance right now for $300 to go along with that javelin.
Van Johnson.
Van Johnson to win from left to right. Who are more susceptible to colds, men or women?
I think men are more susceptible to colds.
I agree.
Women are more susceptible to colds. Circle gets the square.
Because they got their mouth open all the time.
Okay, Betty. Break for you.
Oh, good. I think I'm going to try Sally Field again. She
All right.
did good the first time.
You're going to Sally. I'm going to go into Jan for the block, but let's see how this works out. From what Broadway show did the song Younger Than Springtime come?
South Pacific.
I'm going to agree.
She's right.
Good
Circle
girl.
gets the square. Ray.
Jan Murray.
Jan Murray to win, $300. According to Emily Post, if a man is giving a party at his home, strictly stag, mind you, should he introduce his wife to the guests before they leave, yes or no?
Introduce his wife to a stag party?
No.
Is that what you said?
Oh, golly.
Is that what he just said, this man?
No, I will slow down. That's only if they're in the show, Jack. Listen, if a man is giving a party at his home, strictly stag, should he introduce his wife to the guests before they leave, yes or no?
Gee, I wouldn't think he should introduce him. They'll have to think she's part of the entertainment. Wait a minute. Should he introduce his wife to the gentleman? I say no.
I agree.
At a stag dinner, the wife or mother shouldn't make any appearance at all. That's the way it should be. X gets the square, $300. Congratulations once again, Ray. Hey, incidentally, if the show should end in the middle of a game, we'll give our players $50 for each square they have on the board. And this is very important because it will count toward their cash total and the big bonus prize at the end of the show. On with another game. The board is cleared. Miss Circle will start the round. Ready?
Okay, Charlie Weaver, please.
All right.
Listen to these song lyrics. Strike up the music. The band has begun. Pick out your partner and join in the fun. What's the name of the song?
That's Roses Are Growing in Picardy. No, that comes from, it actually has two names, but it's well known as the Pennsylvania polka, sometimes called the beer barrel polka.
I agree with Charlie.
I don't know about the beer barrel. I know about the Pennsylvania, and that's what he stated. Circle gets the square. Okay, ready?
Thank you, Charlie.
Jan Murray. All right. When the biblical hero Samson was born, it was announced by an angel that there were two things he was never to do. One was cutting his hair. What was the other?
Polish his nails? Because if he doesn't cut his hair, it wouldn't look nice with polished nails with long hair. It wouldn't. The other thing the angel told him not to do would be to drink wine. Never to drink wine. Not to drink wine.
I agree.
Or spirits, yes. Put the X there. Betty?
I think I'll try Walter, please.
I'm sorry. Walter Matthau? Okay. Carl Betts is the star of his own television series. Name the show, Walter.
Carl Betts.
Carl Betts.
Has a television show.
Yes, he does.
Of his own?
Yes, it's his own show, Walter. It's a very good show, incidentally.
You bet your, no, wait a minute. Carl Betts.
Carl Betts.
Oh, yes, I know it. He's a marvelous actor. Marvelous actor. Judd for the defense.
I'm going to agree.
Judd for the defense.
Oh, thank you, Walter.
Good actor, he is, too. Circle gets the square leg.
Van Johnson.
Van Johnson to block from left to right. Who is the leading lady in the comedy adventure movie Gambit?
Gambit? Would be Doris Day.
I disagree.
Shirley MacLaine. X gets the block. Back over to you, Betty. Every square is important.
Wally Cox, please.
All right,
Come on,
Wally.
Wally.
Who was the first billionaire in the United States?
That
Billionaire.
would be one of the Rockefeller boys, John D., number 1.
Rockefeller or Kennedy? I'm going to agree with Wally.
He's right.
Oh!
Circle gets that square. Over to you, Mr. Lynch. Bachelor.
Buddy Hackett.
All right. Can the United States Supreme Court change its mind and reverse a previous ruling according to law, that is?
Couldn't they change their mind?
Mm-hmm. And
They
reverse it.
changed everything else.
No.
They might well change that, too. You mean, if I suppose on an individual, not one individual case, you mean, or on what?
I can only read this. Can the United States Supreme Court change its mind and reverse a previous ruling according to law? That's all. That's the question, buddy. Yes or no?
I say yes.
I agree.
They do it all the time. X gets the square.
I know that.
And the block. Back over to you, Betty. Very important.
Oh, I know it. Gabor, please.
Zsa, all right, for $300. According to famed fashion designer Rudy Gernrich, is that it, Gernrich?
Gernrich, yes.
Great, yes. It is not so much how a woman dresses, but how she does what that makes her attractive.
How does she what?
What that makes her
Isn't he
attractive.
the one who started these topless bathing suits?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, he's quite interesting. I think how a woman sort of behaves herself, how charming she is, how she walks.
I agree with Zsa.
How she does her hair. X gets the square. And we'll be back with more of Hollywood Squares in a moment. Don't go away. At any rate, time is up. Let's review what's happened to both of you. You've both had a very marvelous evening. You have the one secret square, a trip to the Orient via TWA.
Marvelous.
1 game and 3 squares in the final for a cash total of $450.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
Congratulations to you,
thank
Betty.
you.
And Ray, you won the secret square for a 1968 Javelin SST sports car. 1 game and 4 squares in the final game for a cash total of $500. That means you've won the special bonus. And Kenny, what is our special bonus?
It's a General Electric color television. Door down, an elegant enclosed cabinet. Open, a handsome color console featuring meter guide that takes the guesswork out of tuning. From General Electric, with products made to fit the way you live. That's it, Peter.
Thank you, stars, for making this the best job in television. And don't miss Hollywood Squares next Friday night in daytime at 11:30 Eastern Time, 10:30 Central Time, something like that. Good night, stars. Hope to see you at 9:30 next Friday right here. Peter Marshall saying, have a good week. Goodbye. Thank you.
As a memento of the show, each contestant will receive a home version of the Hollywood Squares game. Our reference source for questions and answers is the 20-volume 1968 edition of the World Book Encyclopedia, containing more than 12,000 pages and representing the work of 2,500 consultants and contributors.
I mean, think about it, man. What is a hole? It's not nothing, right? It's a door. And you know what else is a door? Life. It's a door from one plane to the next. Don't look at me like that, man. This is serious. If the hole is life, then what's in the hole is death. What? I'm not some nut job. I'm not f***ing rabid. Life and death, good and bad, black and white. I've seen it, man. This thing is bigger than you and me. What are you looking at?
Sometimes a hole is just a hole.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think.
This program was pre-recorded.